We have now interrupted your regularly scheduled programming to bring you.
All right, and welcome back to another edition of the Warheads. This is going to be another entry into our Hell Hath No Fury series. It's a story that I came across, and I wanted to read about this horrific event that took place just a few days ago. It says, House of Horrors, murder and kidnap was a threesome gone wrong. It brings out how Heidi Carter, 36, faces charges of murder, rape, and abuse of a corpse. Police shot and killed Carter's boyfriend, Kerry Hammond, after he brandished object made to look like a gun at them. Shooting took place in Evansville, Indiana, after a cleaner found a man's body under a pile of blankets in Carter's home. Police found a man who had been strangled to death with a belt and rescued a shackled woman. Affidavit alleges Carter met both victims on a dating app and invited them over for sex. Hammond caught them in the act and flew into a rage. Hammond allegedly restrained victims and repeatedly raped the woman. It says Heidi Carter, 36, was booked into Vanderburgh County Jail on Wednesday on counts of murder, rape, confinement, abuse of a corpse, assisting a criminal, and carrying a handgun without a license after a man was found restrained with duct tape, beaten, and strangled to death inside a house in Stinson Avenue in Evansville. This is some crazy stuff, but I want y'all to go in on this topic.
Damn. First of all, this thing has a whole lot of layers to it. The threesome that went wrong. House of Horrors, huh? Yeah, no, it's been dubbed correctly. I can tell you that much. But this lady, this couple, period. I don't know what else you can expect to come from this story when you look at these two. They look very methish, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, I think about just, first of all, rest in peace to the people, the person that ended up dead in this situation, the people, because the guy who would come home, the boyfriend, the jilted lover, this guy.
Rest in peace in his fool.
Yeah, no, because he at the end of the day, he walked into a situation that, when his day first started, he didn't think that his day was going to end with him being dead and all these other actions right before that came about. He wasn't thinking about that happening at the beginning of his day. So, yeah.
And move your head, Jovi. Move your head to the side. No, move your head to the side. Hey, that's who you want to throw your life for?
No, she's quite the looker, you know what I mean? So
she's 36, looks 50.
That's part of those Methodist qualities I was talking about, so very attractive young lady, if you will. But yeah, no, this dude, he wasn't expecting, for his life to come to an end. So yeah, rest in peace to him. But yeah, this lady, she tries to get this crazy threesome started with this random couple she runs into on some dating app, if you will. Yeah, no, this is a crazy story. I don't even know how to get to it because it's just got her covering up bodies and she's strangling motherfuckers to death and shit. Is excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm getting carried away, but it's just so much to this story, dude. I'm flabbergasted, bro. I'm a pass the baton because it's too much for me right now. I gotta process.
I don't know. I would say, they went on an app to get a threesome, and then from what I read too, they got on an app to get the maid, and that's how they got caught. Was they hired somebody to come clean the house, and they found the dead body under the blankets. I don't know, man. Mental illness is real. Drugs are bad. There's a whole lot of shit to unfold, but I don't know. This is a real point to say that mental illness is real and people need to start taking that more seriously. It's crazy how people are just, I don't know, like just snap. Like how can you, I don't know. She's not worth it in any way. Like nobody's worth throwing your freedom away, throwing everything away for that. Like she was probably doing that shit the whole time. So why would you risk your life on that shit? Now he's going to prison. She's joining him.
Well, he's not going to prison. He's dead. You know, he
got killed. Yeah, he got killed by the police.
They calling it suicide by cop. You know.
Yeah, because he felt like he didn't have nothing to live for, man. That was probably his income to keep the drugs in hand. You know, he probably for all you know, he was probably pimping her out, and then she just did her own shit.
No, that's why you. It's a lot of these ladies. They play with these dudes' hearts, man. Yeah. I think that's part of it. Is that, you know, this guy flew into a rage because apparently he was, you know, in love with this beautiful young lady. So, you know, that's just
he was meth whipped, man. He was meth whipped. But I mean, yeah, it's.
Did you say he was meth whipped? He didn't love the meth.
Do we even know that meth is a part of these? Are we just attaching meth to these people? You know.
Well, hey, I mean, no, but obviously something is in with these people. Like, it's safe to assume.
Yeah,
I mean, he strangled the dude with a belt. I mean, he raped a woman. Like it.
No, she strangled. She didn't strangle it with the.
No, he did.
Oh wow,
Hammond did it.
He did. Yeah, and then she was. I guess to the witness, she said something about she knew how to get rid of a body. So yeah, it's some real Bonnie and Clyde shit. So yeah, like
no, this ain't Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, no, but I'm saying she was down for it.
No. Okay, well, I'll let y'all say y'all's piece. What you got here?
I mean, Buddy went in there talking about, you know, first of all, we got to get out of this mindset of your girl. You know what I'm saying? It's not your girl. You know what I'm saying? The Y is silent. You know what I'm saying? You know, here at the beginning, y'all will be all right, man. Stop hogging all the vagina and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut that shit out. It's not your girl, man. It's our girl. You know what I'm saying?
Our girl. It's
just the streets, bro. By the streets, bro.
Oh, show some love, man. But you know, can you imagine you just getting off work? You know what I'm saying? You driving down the highway, you bumping some good Eminem from the late '90s. You know what I'm saying? And you get home, and you know it's a cat taking your girl to Pound Town. You know what I'm saying? So he did what Eminem in the '90s would do. You know?
Wait. I don't think he was listening to Eminem. I think he was listening to Kurt Cobain.
He was listening to something else. Way out there.
He was listening.
Suicide by Cop. Even though I know Kurt blew his own brains out, I'm just speaking to the suicide portion.
Right. No, he was playing Kamikaze by Twista. That's what
he didn't commit suicide, man. Don't listen to the shit.
Man, he was on a kamikaze mission.
No, but I just want to unpack this because I'm gonna tell you what my powers of speculation and reason and logic. I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. I think Heidi and old boy was probably on the outs. What's his name? Carrie. Heidi and Carrie, they probably wasn't getting along that well because she's on an app. She's acting like, what's that song by Chris Brown? These hoes ain't loyal. She wasn't being loyal. So she's on a dating app, probably was scrolling in it while Carrie was in her presence. She found a couple who was DTF. He probably said, you know what, I got some things to do. I ain't gonna be home tonight. You might see me tomorrow, maybe the day after. So she looked at it, this is the prime opportunity to invite some complete strangers over to my home and have a threesome with them. Most people that cheat, they try to cheat at a hotel. but she had to have felt safe enough to bring these people to her home, to her personal domicile. That being the case, Carrie was watching. You know, men ain't stupid. And so when he saw what was going on, yeah, he walked in on him, but it was a surprise to him because he's like, I can't believe all I do for this meth head wife of mine, girlfriend of mine, she got the audacity, the unmitigated gall to give her good meth coochie up to this stranger. Come on now. That's why he went crazy. And then he added insult to injury because it says that he was abusing the corpse. So this had to be going on for a prolonged period of time. He raped the other woman repeatedly, not once, not twice, 3 or more times. And he kept going back, probably raping her, punching the boyfriend while he was dead. You know, they can tell when you have bruises that are post-mortem. He was probably beating the crap out of the other dude. You see what I'm saying?
See, that's severe. Why are you doing that? Why are you beating up the dead?
Because his ego, and after he came back down to earth, his pride was bruised. He was like Anakin Skywalker after he killed all them people. He's like, what have I done? What have I done? That's what he said. That's why he went with a fake gun to the cops. He was like, I can't go to jail over this one. So he's pretending like he's shooting at the cops, and they murdered him. Death by suicide by cop. But I blame Heidi.
What's little known as he walked up on the cops with the gun. He said that I'm black as he walked up the door. I'm black. I'm just light skinned, and you know.
And so that's the part that they left out. That's the part they left out. Yeah. No, because otherwise he would have been escorted out, you know, safely. You know, like
they would took him to Burger King. You know what I'm saying? Got him a Whopper. You know,
like the good Dylan, the Dylan special.
You know, that was just so they could get him off. That was just so they could make sure that they're convicting him. Because if they didn't feed him, he could have got out of his trial.
Right.
I mean, it's a law. So, I mean, yeah, I get what y'all saying, but to that point, literally, yeah, they were doing that to protect it so they could convict him.
Yeah. No, I don't know why they would shoot at this guy. He got the whole police haircut. You know what I mean? He looked like what the kids call
right now, though, if you're a police officer, anybody can be an enemy, man. Like, that shit is crazy for everybody. Like, everybody, if you're a policeman or not.
They shouldn't be
people are running around
killing.
Like, there's been a lot more murders, and it doesn't get covered because the news doesn't want it to happen, or the news doesn't want to portray that. They throw more other shit at us.
No, I'm gonna tell you why they shot at him. It's in the charges that they gave to Heidi. One of the charges is assisting a criminal. We have to look. This is a mug shot of him. They didn't take this mug shot after they shot his ass. He already had a criminal record. And I guarantee you the police knew where he lived. And no telling what his criminal history was. They're like, oh, it's a problem. You know, Carrie's back at it again. He probably was the Michael Myers of that community, for all we know. But one of the charges is that she was assisting a criminal. And the reason they charged her is because they got to charge somebody. We can't charge this dead fool right here. What you doing inviting people over to your home, knowing who you live with? It's her fault, man. It's her fault.
Oh yeah, it definitely is her fault.
Definitely is her fault. I mean, I guess it's her fault, you know, for, you know, cheating and doing all that, you know, but
she just paid the ultimate price. Yeah. That was it.
Oh,
it's not just the
not the ultimate price, but she paid a big portion of her price. But he paid the ultimate price.
It's knowing you live with this crazy man. She knew this fool was crazy. Dude, that's like you. You got a bunch of pit bulls that you have trained to kill in your home. And you're like, hey, Jovi, you want to come over? Have some cookies and milk? And you know you got these crazy pit bulls in there that will attack anybody. And you invite me over and I get my ass ate. He was a pit bull. This guy was a pit bull, and she invited people over because she can't control her sexual urges. You see what I'm saying? She could have easily went to a hotel. I bet he wouldn't have did that at a hotel.
And she may not have had money for the hotel.
Well, don't be cheating.
No, and that's the whole thing. Is don't be unfaithful. Like literally, like she knew what she did. She made those decisions, regardless of who else put her in those positions. Everybody has free will. She made her own decisions. She put herself in that exact position, and this is what happened. And now, yeah, she has to take the fall for it. Because the other dude, I mean, he went out. Yeah, he was like, "Fuck this! I'm not finna go to jail. Not for no lifetime. Just take me out."
You know what would suck at the end of the day is if this dude was actually, just the guy who he's out doing his thing, and we were joking about the meth and all that, but I mean, what if this dude was just a regular stand-up dude? He out doing his thing, and of course they got the mug shot of him, so he may have been caught for something else before. But everybody's done something, or most everybody. But yeah, he could have just been some regular guy out at work doing this thing, and then he comes home to this whole shit show. So that's what would be the bad thing for me is he comes home to this, and because he's in love with this chick, he goes off and does something that he shouldn't have done, and it results in him being dead. So that would be the sad thing is if it actually played out like that. But if he's the monster that
that is menacing the way that he went about things, though.
Yeah, no,
he was menacing with what he did. So I was agreeing with you until I actually thought about everything we just talked about. I'm like, nah, he repeatedly raped that woman.
Yeah, no,
he beat that body afterwards. That's some severe animosity towards something. Like, he might not have been mad at him specifically, but he was mad at the overall totality of what he's been dealing with that woman, because she might have been unfaithful. This might have been a nightly thing. We don't know on her end. He could have been like, "Oh, you know what? This is it."
I think it just speaks to what you were saying earlier about the mental capacity of these people, and like we don't know if we're on everybody's individual basis, what's going to key them off, what's going kind of strike the fuse, light the fuse, if you will, to set them off into the rage that he would end up going into. So it could be different, and coming into the house and seeing what he's seen just probably threw him into blank out mode.
He didn't blank out. Everything he did was very deliberate.
Well, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
he could have did this shit with a smile, like literally, and I would believe it. Yeah. Just by the way that they described the scene and all that, like, and then the audacity to call a maid or get a maid off an app, and that's how you get found out. That's some.
Peeps, what you got, brother?
I got a couple of things, man. One, man, is you one bad day away from being the Joker, and that was his bad day. He had enough. We don't know what exactly he's been going through. You know what I'm saying? It might have been situations with her. It might be situations with work. It might be situations with his family. You know what I'm saying? And that pushed him over the edge. We all one bad day away from that. If something ever happened to my girls, and I'm going to become the Joker. I'm going to be some sort of hybrid of the Punisher and the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers going to feel my pain. And for him, it was, he thought the vagina was his, and it wasn't. And that was the repercussions of that circumstance. So, it just, that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. But we're all one bad day away from just becoming Michael Douglas and falling down. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. I don't think this was her first time inviting somebody over to smash. But as far as Mr. Hammond was concerned, I think he got fed up because she did it too easily. This isn't like a first offense. This is something that somebody has been carrying on for quite some time. the reaction was like, I'm fed up. Everybody has a breaking point. Everybody. I don't care who you are. Everybody can be pushed to the limit. And I think this was it. You know, he was probably trying to take care of this woman. We've had shows about this before, the simp and the succubus versus the simp. These men go all out for these women, and they feel like, you know, this woman should be loyal to me because I pay for everything for her. But not realizing that the woman or man, because men do it too, but in this case, this woman, she doesn't care that you do all these things for her because it's all about her. That's how you get into a situation like this. So now they need to throw the book at her. They really do, because she invited two unsuspecting people, one to his demise, the other one, she's gonna be scarred for life. Because we don't know what else really happened in there. You know, these are just the basics that they're talking about. You know, it was probably a true house of horror, you know? And so he probably sodomized her. You never know what was going on. And the woman probably sitting around. This is some crazy stuff is all I gotta say, man. It's a lot to unpack here. I would like to see what the sentence was or is going to be in the future. But man, all I can say before we get up out of here, stay off of them dating apps. It's a lot of crazies out here, period. But I know a lot of them go and hide on those dating apps. You know, these people who have so many issues, like they're willing to go to somebody's house. They didn't even have enough gumption to say, hey, why don't we meet in public? You know, yeah, let's go have sex with this complete stranger. Stay off these dating apps. That's all I gotta say, man. Y'all got anything to say before we get up out of here?
Love will make you do some crazy shit, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, like I said, he probably did get up with it. But mental illness is real. They both could be suffering from something, so they obviously are.
Roscoe,
They suffering from something, all right. They missing they fix. That's what was happening. You know, the dude was off trying to make that run, and she off trying to be slick while he making the run. So, you know, yeah. All I gotta say is don't play with the meth.
Eric.
So long, bitch, you did me so wrong. I don't want to go on living in this world without.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray. Subscribe to our channel. Warheads out.